Hey, how's it going, guys? This is your boy Hazzed, and today I'm going to be discussing a comment that people talk about. They've been talking about, like, kind of haters on the private server Nostalrius. They've been saying, I'm glad I didn't put in that much time on that server. And that really made me think about a few things. And I thought about it, and I went, well, actually, we could see this in a kind of positive, but of course, current WoW state negative kind of way. So let's talk about this, guys. Alright, so as we know, guys, Nostalrius was a private server that got shut down. I'm able to talk about it a little more freely now since it's not considered advertising, since the server is gone at this point. Of course, everyone wants it back. We're not going to be able to get Zerker! Arrgh, hate it when a rogue takes a Zerker. It's like, dude, that single target damage ain't going to do crap. I understand you're going to try and global one target, but more than likely you won't even go into combat because you're a rogue. Frustrating. Anyways, so we're going to talk about the top 10 reasons for where Blizzard went wrong since then, at least in my opinion. Of course, guys, this whole list is my opinion, so it's not like massively voted on or anything like that. So if you guys have anything you want to add or talk about down in the comments, go for it. But basically, guys, my top 10 list of where Blizzard went wrong is probably my number one is the elimination of world PvP. Now, guys, this is going to sound kind of racy, but it is. Like, there's no way about it. It was humans versus orcs. Now, back in vanilla, it was a straight pride thing. I knew guilds that would straight kick people for being like, yeah, I got a horde tune, and the alliance people would be like, the f you just say? It's exactly what would go down, and people would get booted for it. And, it's like that pride. That pride is no longer there. It used to be people went and killed each other on different servers and of the other races just because they were human. Like, we didn't need another reason to go run to Stormwind and kill them. They're fucking human. Let's kill them. That's all there was, like, when you were Horde. Like, for the Horde hardcore. Now, of course, you got people on both sides of the board playing both specs, and you don't see that anymore. And if anyone has it, generally they're giving crap for it. I personally would love to see a few more RPers running around. I find those guys amusing as hell. Ooh, another DK. This isn't gonna be good. This isn't gonna be good. There's so many names. What are we gonna do, guys? We're gonna kill the other DK. There's AMS by that DK. We're gonna have to AMS probably here too. I'm gonna go bursting in if I can. Come on, slows. He's dead right here. Alright, cool. What else do we got here? We got so many things. I'm afraid to get focused by the Destra Warlock. It's the only thing that's kind of worrying me at the moment. We got that Feral Druid and a few hits. We should be able to get this Rep Pally. No, I'm going to switch to the Destra before he pulls some voodoo magic and one-shots my butthole. Alright, well, going back to what we were talking about. Believe it or not, that was a huge part of the game, guys. That was just like, if you guys didn't remember, there's people getting Alliance tattoos. They were getting Horde tattoos. Like, that whole... you were either this faction or this faction. Pride was insane. I even remember big arguments about it and hearing about it and seeing little clips about it on YouTube. People at like BlizzCon almost getting in fistfights over just that simple fact. Like, that was awesome. That was something crazy to think about. Going that little war standard there. This Feral Druid really wants me. Oh, it looks like we got capped on. We can't have that that madness. We got to start playing. Alright. So, number 2, like that race thing, yeah, that has to be probably one of my biggest hates. Okay, so number 2, getting back to it. We're talking about name change and server change. Now, why was this a big no-no for Blizzard? Which, of course, on their end, they're going to make more money, so they want it, of course. But on our end, how is this crappy for us? How is it crappy for any really devoted player to World of Warcraft? Well, the fact is, you didn't have to have a standard on a character anymore. Basically, you could get away with whatever the hell you wanted, and then either go change your character's name, race, and or server. So basically, you could be a complete asshole, ninja a raid, and the next day be named something else, change your transmog, and you could be back in the raid next week ninjing the same people, and no one would ever know, as long as, you don't have friends on your real ID and whatnot that are ratting you out. But, it took away a certain standard of how people had to act and how people had to network. because people couldn't get away with just being straight assholes all the time because, of course, it would fall back on them. Now that will come into a step later on that kind of combines with that one to where Blizzard went wrong. Because, it stopped the networking phase right there of getting to know people, building a reputation for yourself. Because, if someone's looking for a 25 hardman Sarth raid, they're pugging it. I mean, that was going on, of course, guys. Back when we actually had to form groups. And, they had a choice between you or the guy that's done it with him 4 times and who has a cool attitude, does all the stuff right, and he remembers it, building a reputation. And, of course, you get back in the raid over him, of course, every time. And, they know your DPS is up there and whatnot. And the guy that they said that can't come in, if that guy were to act, crappy or, stupid or anything like that, chances are it would kill his chances to get into the raid. And, those people would be blacklisted. But, of course, like I was saying with the server or the name changes, that's not necessarily an option anymore. Oh, we got a kite out there. It's the only way we're going to survive with that many people. Looks like we got a healer. Awesome. We're actually going to go in on this feral druid here. He's pretty squish, I think. Alright, so talking about that, the name change really affected us. Surprisingly, it really affected the community. And a lot of people don't see it, but I slowly saw it, especially when I saw these people name changing, and I was like, yo, bro, what'd you change your name for? And, they'd admit it, like, they'd say something that, I was ninja looting, 25-man Onyxia every week, and, now I got all my gear and stuff, so I name changed, and I'm back, because they're still wearing the same transmog. Some people didn't quite figure that one out. But yeah, that's kind of the point on that one. Like, it actually hurt our community to have that in. Of course, changing your name is kind of cool. If you're doing it for a legitimate reason, of course, there's people who do that. But, I mean, chances are, guys, there's usually a reason for it. Alright. So, the other mistake they did was eliminating here's one. This one kind of applies to the whole setup. Eliminating the whole reason that why we're playing an MMO for that human social interaction, basically putting us in our damn garrisons. Now this has been a giant complaint thing since it all started, and it never really affected me as much. I got my level 3 garrison, I did my Coliseum stuff so I could do that, and a few other things, and it never really affected me quite as much as it affected other people, just for the plain fact that I didn't really go deep into like the legendary ring quest line and things like that. But now that I'm actually getting my legendary ring here in a few weeks and have repetitively gone back to my garrison probably like 300 times, it's that guy died to dots. That's funny. It kind of just it sucks. It sucks, guys. Like, all I find myself doing is standing in the garrison, waiting for quests to be done, getting off the game, going and playing a different game just so I can get those quests done, like the legendary shipbuilder quests that take like 2 days to do, so you're just like, well, there goes my progression thought for the past, week. I guess I'm gonna go play a different game for, 2 days. Like, it's like a Facebook game, like everyone's saying. It's not cool. It's not cool at all. We want to actually play the game. When we're playing the game, we don't want to have to spend our time playing Facebook. Destrolock, why are you being so difficult, dude? There's no way you're gonna win this one. Just lay down. Just lay down your guns. Lay down your weapons. We killed you and your rogue. Just lay down. Alright? Alright, so the other thing is eliminating 40-mans. Now, back then, of course, guys, 40-mans kind of sucked, and everyone kind of agreed on it because you were battling connection problems more than you were battling the bosses. Definitely, with 40 people, AOL, bam, 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 bam. We're not gonna talk about it. That was dark times for gaming. I remember trying to log in on StarCraft, Diablo 2 on AOL. Yeah, we were a bit behind times back then. At least our family was. But it got a lot better, of course, now. Like 50 meg download speed. Like, anyways. So, yeah, eliminating 40-mans. So, it was like, you guys were, they took a step back, in my opinion. Because at one point, yeah, it's like that's a lot of people to get together. But once like that big group is, of course, is a challenge. We, as you know, neckbeards love challenges. Oh, you wanna fight again? Is that what you're telling me, dude? You want to fight again? Well, are you just gonna run or you want to fight? Like, make up your mind, dude. No, he just wants to run. Yep, okay. Yep. Oh, he's running from everybody. I see. Alright, so they took 40 mans out. They went little dick. You never go little dick, you go big dick. Everyone knows that. That's like the first rule of everything. But yeah, that was definitely one of their big mistakes because we wanted that. Once everyone got moving the way they were supposed to be, it was like you were part of a big machine. Not only like not like a little machine, like a 10-man or 25-man. No, you were part of a big machine. You know, you felt like you were just a tiny part of a wave in what was the raid, and that was fun. That was awesome. Nowadays, you know, in 25-mans, I tend to be the kind of like the point of the raid, you know, the guy that's on top of DPS most of the time. But in like a 40-man, chances are you are not gonna be, you know, the highest on the DPS list. I mean, you could have been if you spent a lot of time, but chances are there's no way. Chances are they're probably just class related. There was no way you were gonna be up there. Which was awesome. It created an amazing competitive scene just in the PvE world. I always found that fun. You know, the whole DPS game where you're trying to stay ahead of your buddy was really fun. Or, you know, in this case, 39 other buddies. Is my flag gonna die? He's evil. My flags can't stay alive. Alright, let's kill this DK. He's got stun going up. Where you going, bud? He's like, Alright, we got Soul Reaper ticking on him. We got stun going up. The only thing keeping him alive is that Red Pally that didn't heal him. Dude, you're an asshole. Yeah, run away. Don't heal your partner. Run away. Oh, he thinks I'm gonna run. I was gonna run. It was how I was gonna get him to turn around. Look at this guy trying to run back and forth, but he doesn't actually completely get outside my range. So all that running that he's doing is completely pointless. Now he's actually gonna try and hit some maximum range. Because he's getting just beat the crap out of. He's like, why isn't my thing working? Dude, that's a terrible, like, style. Don't ever do that. Against, like, an actual PvPer, we're gonna laugh at it, just like I did. Like, that was funny, dude. Like against a newer player, that would have worked perfectly. Against me, no, definitely not. I mean, against a keyboard turner, it would have worked perfectly. You're gonna dominate mind me? Oh my god. Oh, that was evil, dude. You were just gonna throw me off the cliff? Okay, get back here, healer. You're just gonna throw me off the cliff like I meant nothing to you? yeah, okay. Alright, we can obliterate through that AMS. Let's do. Alright, let's get back to the reasons. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get 10 in here. We may have to split this into like 2 different videos, I'm thinking, for at least 2 BGs. Alright, so let's get down to it. Alright, the other thing is implementing heirlooms. Now, yeah, of course we're coming back on caps. Why is implementing heirlooms a terrible thing? Now, I mean, it's a cool thought. It's a cool idea. It was really cool to run through and face roll the instances. It was cool that it happened, but the fact is it completely killed leveling and dungeons, the fun in that. Like, there's no CC going on. You don't have to do anything in particular. You just run in and hit somebody, and stuff happens. Like, that's all it is. Like, you don't gotta CC triangle, you don't gotta fear X, you don't gotta, like, that's the stuff that made it fun. That's the stuff that made it challenging. Not the mindless run through and smash stuff like we're playing Diablo. Like, Diablo's cool, Diablo's fun. But when I'm playing WoW, I don't want to be playing Diablo. We got focus there. He's going full CDs on us, and we ain't got CDs rolling. But we'll live through it. We don't even got blood presence rolling. We'll live through it. It ain't nothing. Alright, so, yeah, it definitely had to do with the heirlooms. Like, heirlooms were not good for us as a community. As a game, it was like getting hacked items on Diablo. Okay, if you ever played Diablo 1 or 2 and used to use mods, not saying that I did, You know what I'm talking about. It's when your character becomes so dang strong that you can't actually lose ever. Ever. Oh, we're gonna fight Red Pally again. This Red Pally just is like, I'm gonna fight you. Oh, he's doing that thing again. Get back here, you little peckerwood. Oh. One of my buddies came back. Get him, Death Knight. Get him, Death Knight. Pally thinks he can kill us. Get him. Get him, Death Knight. Alright. So we'll finish up this. We went like 20-0. We'll only do the first 5 in this video. I'll probably do the rest of them either tomorrow or later tonight. But with 20-0 and 16 minutes, we tore that BG up. Yeah, we slaughtered it. No pocket healers. I was queuing up alone. Of course, there is a healer on my BG in there, or my server, so you can call bullshit if you want, because I'd call bullshit on that. But anyways, guys, so implementing heirlooms, we're just going to finish this up. I was talking about how it's just too easy. You don't actually have to focus in dungeons. It really kills the whole leveling aspect in the game, and that kind of ties to the whole, you know, you buy the game, you buy Legion, you get a level 100. You know, the pride that you used to have in the game for that character, which also links into something later on, is something that we don't generally see anymore. And why? Because you don't have that physical attachment, the physical/mental attachment that an experienced player will have to the character. Like my DK you've seen in this BG, I didn't die. I slaughtered tons of people. I ripped them apart. We were losing in the beginning, and I just flipped it around and smashed their team. Now, why does that happen? Of course, my character is really strong, but I also, like, I have an attachment to him. This guy is like an extension of my arm and my fingers. I don't, like, hardly ever mess up when it comes to my rotation and my healing and stuff, especially when in, like, BG situations where I'm really relaxed. So it's something people don't get anymore as they're progressing through the game and leveling up and progressing in the skill levels themselves and wanting to be better, because they kind of hit level 100, expect to get some gear and then be good at their character at the game, but that's not how this game works. So it kind of creates new players and sets them up to fail and to be angry at the game in PvP instead of enjoying their time. It kind of just ties, a lot of those tie together, definitely, that I was just talking about, and mix up. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for this video. I'm only going to do the first 5 here, and I'll do the next 5 on the next one. But basically, guys, the reason why the term glad I didn't put that much work in on a private server really made me think is because I don't feel like I'm doing that much work when I'm playing live now. I don't feel like it's that much effort. And it really made me think, like, why doesn't that feel like it's effort to me? Especially, you know, when people are like, I put so much time in on there. And I'm just like, damn, I'd probably not react that way on live right now. I'd probably be like, my character got banned, and I'd be like, dang, I guess to just make a new one. Because, like, it's not that hard to level up anymore and stuff. Like, I mean, of course, the achievements and whatnot. But, like, it's not hard to do it. So it really made me think, guys, and I wanted to talk about it and, you know, talk about my top 10 reasons of why Blizzard went wrong and why Nostalrius was actually so popular. Because, I mean, I've read some more things, and I've actually saw that they had like 150 registered active accounts. That means logged on within the week, 150,000, which that is an enormous number. That's a ton of money. Like that's a ton of money. Like ridiculous for the amount. Like not for them, of course, but for, you know, in turn, you know, the $16.50 a month plus that many people, blah blah blah, Blizzard, blah blah blah. But anyways, that's besides the point. We'll get back to this, guys. We'll talk about the rest of the reasons on the next video, guys. Until next time, this was your boy Hazzed.